had a super magical day. Welcome back or welcome to Vlogmas. I will be posting Vlogmas videos every day for December, apart from on the week of the 23rd, and then it gets weird, but we'll worry about that when we get to that. So today I'm doing a Frozen 2 review. There will be spoilers. You have been warned, there are spoilers. If you watch this and you haven't watched the film, that is on you. There will be spoilers everywhere. Unlimited endless spoilers. There will be spoilers. It's in the title. I have just said it. I cannot clarify anymore, but there will be spoilers. Also, I look really weird today. This is why I don't wear makeup. I actually look worse with makeup, which is kind of wild. I also have cute hair, but you can't really see it because of the ears, but got my Ironed on for Frozen 2. But yeah, I've never watched a movie review or listened to a movie review or really know how to give a movie review. So I'm just gonna make this up. Like I made some little notes on my little notepad of things that I think you should have in a movie review. So I guess we'll just see how it goes. Merry Christmas, everyone. Oh, snow is falling all around me. Children playing, having fun. It's the season of love and understanding. Merry Christmas, everyone. Okay, so if you haven't done so already, I'd absolutely love if you could subscribe to my channel down below. As I said, I'll be posting Vlogmas videos for the whole of December, and then I will be posting Walt Disney World vlogs and sit-down review videos for the majority of 2020 before I then move into my new. So I just came back from Disney World on a 2-week solo trip, and I'm going back in September for another 2-week trip. Yeah, I really try not to give too much away. But there's a lot going on in this trip. A lot of it hasn't been revealed, a lot of it's going to be a surprise, but I'm just saying, if you want to subscribe to a good Disney channel, I may possibly one to be you should subscribe to. I'm not very good at hyping myself up, hence why I couldn't re-say it then, because I felt awkward saying it, but you should subscribe to my channel. So if you haven't done so already, please click subscribe down below. It gives me a big thumbs up, and I want to know what your favourite moment in Frozen 2 was in the comments down below. So, first things first, I thought I would tell you what my favourite 3 scenes were in the movie. I haven't actually thought of any answers to these questions, so I'm just going to have to come up with them on the spot. I think my number 1 favourite scene was when Olaf was on his own in the forest, and he has his songs, I think, what was it called? Let's have a look. When I'm Older, which is sung by Josh Gad. If you don't know, I'm actually obsessed with Josh Gad. He's literally my favourite actor, love him to pieces, would absolutely die if I ever met him. I just thought it was so funny. I just love the bit when he's like screaming and the camera's like panned on him. I think it's absolutely hilarious. So that is one of my favourite scenes. Another one of my favourite scenes, I think when Anna was in the dark cave after Elsa's just died and Olaf has died. That was really depressing. They have died. I think that it was one of my favourite scenes because I really related, like the whole like trapping yourself in the dark, not wanting to move and not knowing what like the next right thing is or the next steps to take, but just taking it step by step. Like I really appreciate that scene because I just really related. I think I've already said that. I just thought it was a really powerful scene. I thought it was very well done. And it really hit me like in the feels kind of thing. And then I think my other favourite final scene, I really like when they sang Some Things Never Change, but I also really like the ending. So like that's kind of 4, that's not really 3. And I also just really enjoyed the whole film. Like I don't know if I can just like give the whole film as my favourite, like does that count? Like it's so hard to pick your favourite moments. It was just really good. I've only watched it once. I want to watch it at least 3 more times whilst it's in the cinema before it comes out on like DVD and Disney Plus. But the whole film's my favourite. The whole film's my favourite. Next up, I thought we'd talk about what confused me. So for me, sometimes watching a film I can get a bit confused. I get really like over emotional and I'm really absorbed in. I think about all the songs and I'm trying to work out the plot whilst I'm watching it kind of thing and looking for like the hidden Mickeys and things like that. But I was really confused. Like I did not understand that Elsa died. Like that didn't cross my mind. Like I didn't get it. I knew that she was frozen, and but the fact that when she was frozen, like she looked the same as when Anna froze and Anna was unfrozen. So I just kind of in my brain went, well, Anna's gonna save her. Like I wasn't sad. I didn't cry that she was dead because I knew that she was gonna be fine kind of thing. So it was a bit predictable in that sense. But when Olaf died, I did cry because I didn't think that was a point of return. But obviously completely missed the whole memo of the film, which was that water has memory. So I guess in some ways it was predictable, in other ways it wasn't. But I did think about, I don't know if she's saying, not the fifth sense, she was the fifth spirit or something, the fifth whatever. Like, I knew from the beginning that was her. So I feel like when she died, I knew she was going to come back alive, and I knew that she was the fifth spirit. Like, those two parts of the plot were really predictable. But Olaf coming back to life on Olaf dying was not predictable. I think the dam and, like, that it was actually Arendelle that were the bad guys kind of thing. Like, the rest of the story wasn't predictable. It was a very, very, very good film. But just those two things were really predictable, and I did pick up on them, and I, like, knew what was going to happen. And normally when I watch movies, I don't pick up on that kind of thing. I don't know if that's more now just because I really, like, overanalyze everything, because I'm, like, a full-on extreme Disney nerd, or just if the movie was predictable. Like, let me know if you found the same thing. Like, I just thought it was so predictable. Like, with those two things anyway. The rest of the film, no. But, again, I knew that Elsa was going to come back alive, and I knew that she was the fifth spirit / sense / I can't really remember what they said, but it wasn't the film, but she was the fifth one. But yeah, I think saddest 3 scenes: when Olaf died, when Anna was in the cave. I know that they're kind of like 2, but they're like also separate. And I also think when Elsa sacrificed herself, I thought that was sad, but again, so powerful that, like, she just really, she would do whatever it takes to find out the past. She'd do whatever it takes to feel, like, accepted and whole and know all the answers that she needed to know. And I think that, and, like, that was just really wholesome, I thought. And also when Elsa sacrificed, like, she sent Anna away in the boat, and she knew that she had to do it on her own, and then she sacrificed herself. I just thought they were really sad moments. I also thought it was quite a grown-up movie. So, like, the scene with the parents on the boat, I literally was like, no way did Disney just do that. Like, that was deep. Like, literally deep, because they're now deep in the ocean, but that was deep. Like, I was so shook. Like, I was all the shookness. And I think a lot of the, like, it'll make sense when I'm older, some things never change, getting used to change, kind of things like that. It was just a very grown-up, mature film. Like, it didn't seem like a Disney film. And comparing, like, Frozen 1 to Frozen 2, Frozen 2 is so much more mature and, like, kind of almost more for adults rather than kids kind of thing. But again, that's just my opinion. I think my favourite character in the whole entire movie was... I think I'm going to say Olaf. I would say the same in the first Frozen as well. I just think he's grown a lot as a character, but he provides all the comedy elements when you need it. And I just love Josh Gad. Like make any character. Like, if Josh Gad played Elsa, like, Elsa would be my favourite. I just think Olaf's a really great character, very wholesome, and just really is there in the perfect times. And he's not too much, but he's also, like, not enough, if that makes sense. He's just very perfect as a character. I actually just love Olaf, 2 pieces. Oh my gosh, no, one of my favourite scenes I forgot, when he reenacted the story of Frozen. I thought it was absolutely hilarious. I thought the charades parts was funny. Now I'm starting to think about the film. The whole film was great. Like, it was just such a good, wholesome film. Oh, I literally got goosebumps. I always get goosebumps. Look, talking about Disney movies just give me the goosebumps. Oh, look at my hairy arms. I like a gorilla, but at least I have a tan, so... So yeah, my favourite character was Olaf. My favourite song, I think, in the movie, so today I've been in uni all day, literally 6 hours in the library, just playing the soundtrack on repeat. I really like Some Things Never Change. I'm a big fan of Into the Unknown, but the Panic at the Disco version rather than the Idina Menzel version. Look at all these little ghosty things flying around. This is kind of scary. It's probably Anna and Elsa's parents. Wow. I really like When I'm Older. I think Show Yourself, The Next Right Thing. Oh, I've just named the whole soundtrack. Oops. Okay, if I have to pick one, probably Some Things Never Change. I really like that because as somebody who's been through a lot of changes recently, for example, so in June this year, I actually left home. I went to America for 3 months. I went to Walt Disney World, and then I came home for 2 weeks, and now I've come up to the other side of England, and I'm now at uni. So somebody who has had a lot of change going on around them, and, like, mum, don't hate me for saying this, my mum's recently, so we just got new carpet in our house, and I don't know why, but just the concept of change, I'm not a big fan. My brother isn't a big fan either. We don't like change. We very much like things to be the same. So I just think the concept of some things never change, like your family will always be there, people always love you kind of concept, like your hand, da, 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 like the hands holding, and just, I just really like that song, and I really like related to it like a lot. Oh, the ultimate question. Is it better than Frozen 1? So I was talking about, as soon as I watched the movie, I was like, no. Then I reflected and was like, yeah. Then I spoke to Tom and heard what he had to say, and I was like, no. But thinking about it again, I think Frozen 2 is equally as good as Frozen 1. Like, they're both good in their own reasons. Like, Frozen 1 had like the element of surprise with like Hans being the bad guy. Like, I had absolutely no idea it was him. Like, wouldn't have even picked up on that. But Frozen 2 really, like, I liked the storyline, how it targeted some more like adult things, like the hidden adult messages. I thought the songs were really, like, the songs were so mature and beautiful. Like, they weren't Disney songs, they were songs. Like, you could listen to them in the charts kind of songs. And like watching the characters' progression and like Olaf can read and things like that. So I'm actually gonna say they're even. A lot of people are saying it's better. I'm going to say even, just because I think this movie was missing some of the shock factor. Like I said, that I thought that Elsa being the fifth spirit was predictable, and Elsa coming back to life was predictable. Whereas in the first movie, everything was a shock. So I'm gonna say they're even. I know some people might agree or disagree there, but I'm gonna say that they are even. And then my rating out of 10 snowflakes. So I'll rate Frozen 1 first. I would give Frozen 1 a 9.5. I absolutely love Frozen when it came out. I went to Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique in Disneyland Resort, got an Elsa dress. Like, it was my go-to, it was the one I wanted. Absolutely just, I love Frozen. Frozen being released was the beginning. Like, it just, I always loved Disney. I was a Disney kid. It's always been a part of my life. But it really just amped up that love, like that extra step further. Like, and it was Frozen that did that for me. So Frozen means so much to me as a movie. Like, I really am a giant Frozen stan. So I would give Frozen 2 also a 9.5. I think they're both amazing, like, beautiful and perfect films. I also like that they didn't give Elsa a girlfriend, because again, I think I like that they focused on her finding herself rather than finding somebody else. I thought that was really nice. And she kind of got the closure that she needed with her parents, even though they literally were like, your parents died because of you. That was a bit of a slap on the face. But yeah, I don't think that was a very good review. I guess I was going to be like, if you haven't done so already, go and watch Frozen 2 in cinemas now. But if you haven't watched Frozen 2 and you've just watched this video, there's not really much point in watching it. Yeah, I really enjoyed Frozen 2. Very much want to watch it again. Love the songs, love the characters, love the storyline, love the soundtrack. Absolutely the bee's knees. I've been watching today some of the videos about like the hidden Easter eggs in the film. I've heard like Baymax was in the snow scene at the beginning, and I liked when they were doing the transforming, that transformed into Mickey Mouse. I thought that was really cool. But yeah, really, really, really good film. So if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Comment down below what your favourite moment in the whole entire movie of Frozen 2 was, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And I will see you guys tomorrow for another Vlogmas episode. Upload? Who knows what I'm trying to say. Bye! Something I forgot to say, the movie was so funny. Like, I love how Anna joked about the boyfriend, and then Elsa like broke the thing of Hans, and how she didn't like let it go. The movie was funny. Like, it was was it funnier than the first one? Yeah. I just loved it. I feel like I accidentally gave a negative review, but I really did love the movie. I don't even think I didn't love it, because I loved it with all my heart, and I'm literally watching it again this week. It was just so good. Yes, the wind blows a little bit colder, and we're all getting older, and the clouds are moving on with every autumn breeze. Peter Pumpkin just became fertilizer, and my youth's a little sadder and wiser. That's why I rely on certain certainties. Yes, some things never change, like the feel of your hand in mine. Some things stay the same, like how we get along just fine, like an old stone wall that'll never fall. Some things are always true, some things never change, like I'm holding on tight to you. That is one of my favourite songs. Into the unknown, into the unknown, into the unknown. Oh my gosh, Samantha, that's so funny. Olaf is the funniest character in the film. Samantha? The song literally broke my heart. We desire better than people. Is love so high? You feel what you feel, and those feelings are real. Come on, Christoph, let down your guard. Hey everybody, KACHOW. You probably were not expecting to see me again, but I'm back. So I have just come back from watching Frozen 2 for the second time. I am planning to watch it again on Wednesday, the day this video is being released, and I am planning to watch it again on the 21st of December. So I will be watching it 2 more times. But so I watched it the first time and I've given you my review. You've just seen it. I didn't want to delete that because that still stands from my first viewing. But watching it a second time has completely changed my mind. Like, literally completely changed my mind. I cannot explain how much this movie means to me. This is a very bold statement. I think Frozen 2 is my second favourite Disney film. I know, it's kind of wild. So it's The Princess and the Frog, now followed by Frozen 2, and then Beauty and the Beast. And I know some of you are going to be thinking, how? Why? How is this possible? Watching the film, knowing the plot, and just sitting and taking it in has been the most amazing and magical thing. Like, it truly was just like the biggest throwback to my childhood I've ever had. And I said it in here, Frozen means so much to me. Like, I cannot ever put into words or explain how much Frozen means to me. When Frozen was released, it was just the beginning of, I guess, the end. It just reimbursed that Disney love. It was the first time as becoming a teenager, moving away from a child and into a teen, that I was like, you know what? Disney's my thing. This is my thing. This is what I'm meant to love. This is my thing. And I think somebody I really relate to is Anna, somebody who's really overexcitable and has all the emotions, but she doesn't know how to process them. And she's always felt shut out. She's always felt locked out. And just watching her in this movie find her place and be the one to save the day, like, it meant a lot. And I just think as somebody that now feels like she's found her place at uni, like, the movie just means a lot to me. And obviously I don't have a sister, but I have a family. And obviously their family's made of, you know, a reindeer and a guy that's obsessed with talking to rocks about his emotions and a snowman and a set of magical powers. But I relate. Like, I don't know how to put it into words. The movie just means so much to me, and just watching the characters develop, the characters grow, it's just such an amazing thing, because this is the first movie that I've grown up with. Like, I was 12, I believe, when Frozen was released. I'm now 18 for Frozen 2. So this movie's been with me. I've always watched it. I had my Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique experience with an Elsa dress, and I just loved it. I thought it was such a powerful movie, but this movie is literally like no other. This movie trumps the first Frozen, absolutely blows it out the water. When you sit and you really think things through, like Elsa being the spirit, and what she truly gave up her life just to know that she could fit in. She gave up everything to know the truth, not only for herself, but for everybody. She did it for everyone. And at the beginning of the movie, she was scared. Like, she was willing to sacrifice knowing the truth and where she stood in her past and everything for the safety of everybody else. And then she knew that the next right thing was for her to go and to do what she had to do. And Anna, just no matter what, was there for her, despite Anna being human, and obviously Elsa has some form of not human, and just wanting to be with her. And that, like, sisterly bond is something I just think is just, I don't know how to put into words how I feel. I just think this movie really just, like, hits the nail on the head. Like, it's just such an amazing film. I just have so much love for Frozen. And Olaf, oh my gosh, Olaf. And watching it this time, obviously knowing Olaf's fate and Elsa's fate, and sitting there and you're just thinking, and this time when I watched the movie, so the first time you watch it, me personally, I was very, like, watching Anna and Elsa the whole time, because I was trying to, the first time you watch something, you're trying to take it all in, but the second time you can really start to think things through, and you pick up on little things, like I saw the Baymax in the corner, and I saw the Dumbo, and I saw, like, how the different costumes represented the moods, and I really looked at the details of, like, the water horse. But this time when I watched it, I really focused on watching Olaf, and he's just perfect. Like, he's such a perfect character, and Josh Gad means the world to me. He always has. Like, if I could ever meet anybody, I'd want to meet Josh Gad. Like, I'd want to, would I want to meet Josh Gad over Walt Disney? I'd want to meet Josh Gad with Walt Disney. and just the fact that he improvs his character that so perfectly fits. Like he just fits the film so well, and just Christoph and like the 80s movie scene, and how at the end of the day all he knows is that he loves Anna and that's what he knows. Like that kind of love is just, it's just such a wholesome grown-up film. And like you start to think like, oh, the drowning thing, and that's when the horse, I think it's a knock possibly, drowns her in the sea. Like everything adds up, everything's there, and you just have to sit and watch, but they're giving you it all. And it comes together perfectly. And I still believe that the movie is a bit predictable, but in a good way. They want you to understand these characters and what they're going through, and really focus on the animation, I think. And I just think it's such a beautiful, well done movie. Like, I can't put into words enough how much this film means to me. I've literally listened to the soundtrack all week. Like, you know, on iTunes, it can tell you like how many times you've listened to a song. Like, how do I find that? Here we go, look. So, I have listened to Something's Never Changed 47 times in the space of 6 days. That's a lot of times. This whole soundtrack has just been listened to on repeat, on repeat, on repeat, because I just love it. Like, that is my most listened to song of this year. Into the Unknown a close second. This movie just means so much to me. Like, I've never had a film mean that much. And I just think it's so amazingly well done. Like, yeah. It's just a really, really great film. It's really hard to put everything I feel into words, but I was just sat there watching it, and I was just like, I'm just really so thankful for Disney for like giving us these characters and just these worlds to just dive into, and just, I just really love Frozen. Definitely know who I want to be for Halloween, that's for sure. So, yeah. I hope that you enjoyed my updated review. Maybe when I watch it for the 3rd and 4th time, I can give an additional review and see if my opinions have changed. But Frozen 1 gets a 9.5 still, because it's an amazing movie, and the Hans shock twist and the sister love will forever remain in my heart. But Frozen 2 is a 10 out of 10 film. There's only 3 movies, in my personal opinion, which are a 10 out of 10. The Breakfast Club, Princess and the Frog, and now Frozen 2. So I hope that shows how much Frozen means to me, and I'm so excited to meet Anna and Elsa in the Royal Summer House next summer. I think it's going to be so much fun. Their costumes are beautiful, and maybe I'll even have one of those costumes for the Halloween party next year. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed listening to this. I hope you have a super magical day. Be sure to give this video a big thumbs up and let me know your favourite part of Frozen 2 in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye!